going on, y'all? Welcome back to Off the Bench. It is Tuesday, which means 7:30, which means we talk to the head man of LSU football, fresh off of a battle in T-Town where LSU brought that thing down to the wire. Let's go to the phone line. Coach O, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, guys. Great to be on the show.
So, Coach, like we said, an absolute battle last weekend. Y'all had Tell the Truth Monday. You review the film. I'll start very broad here. What was the coaches, the teams, what were y'all's biggest takeaways from this, from watching this Alabama game?
Preparation the week before we knew it to play. We had great practices. We had great meetings. They were unusually quiet before the game. There wasn't a lot of overhype. There was some seriousness. The guys were focused in. We went to win the football game. And I think that's the biggest thing I take out of that. Our guys fought hard. They wanted to win that game, and I wanted to be a part of it so I could help them. I wanted to win it for them. They deserved to win that game.
Yeah, it was like you said, man. It was right there. The just a couple of plays left on the field. If there's one guy that really set y'all up to win, Neil Farrell just continues to have a fantastic season. He's been, look, I know that PFF grades are what they are. They're not 100% right, but they're good indicator. He's the number one highest rated D tackle in the country this season. What can you say about what Neil did on Saturday, what he's done this year, and kind of where he ranks among all the D linemen that you've coached?
Yeah, he's unusually savvy. He has a nose for the football. He is playing block Steve Allen as good as I had. And the defensive lineman, he understands the keys. He's great with his hips and his hands. He's explosive. And he just has a knack for the ball. But the thing I'm most proud of Neil is he went home, took care of his grandma. He's fine. He came back. Having a great year. He's having a great year. He's from the state of Alabama. He's from Mobile. And his whole family's at the game. So I'm so happy. And plus he graduated. So he got the full benefits of LSU. He's giving us everything. I think he's going to be a good pro. I think he's going to go in there and play for 10 years.
Hey, Coach, another defensive position I want to talk about is the linebacker position. I know last year it was one that struggled a little bit at times, and then you fast forward to this year, and you can see Damon Clark, microbasketball, and even Mike Jones, who got into this game plan, really start to thrive and be weapons for that LSU defense. And so it looks like Blake Baker's done a really nice job of putting those guys in a position to succeed, and they've improved a lot throughout this year, but certainly over last year.
You know, Blake and I, when he interviewed, had a lot of the same thoughts about individuals, about fundamentals, about exploding out of your hips and hands. And the way the linebackers, just like the defensive linemen, got to learn how to use their hands. And he does a great job, man. This individual is very well organized, detailed. His special teams, the foul guys, the not on special teams, he's working those guys. We're up there watching film with him. He's done a tremendous job for us.
And one of his guys has been incredible, Coach, and I keep talking about it, and that is Damon Clark. I mean, he was highly criticized by me, the rest of me, like by everybody last year, right? And he's been nothing short of incredible this year. How has Damon been in that locker room, right? Like as a team leader, what has Damon brought to the table this year?
Yeah, he and Andre Anthony, no question in my mind, two of the biggest team leaders. And he leads every day. He works every day. I don't think Damon's missed a practice all year. And he comes out every day and wants to get better. The guys believe in him. He's the quarterback of our defense. He gets us in the right spot. This guy has an outstanding future. But you know what? He worked hard. And you know what? Last year, there were some things that he needed to fix. We identified them, and he worked on them to fix them. So give him the credit.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's all you want to see, I think, is a guy improve. So speaking of improvement, Coach, the growth of the offensive line this year is kind of mind-blowing. Now, it's still not, it's not a group that I think you would say would go down as, like, the best that you've coached, but to where that team was early against Central Michigan and some of the mistakes being made now to the film that I just watched from Saturday, I mean, it doesn't even look like the same crew. How is that taking place? What kind of job do you think Brad Davis has done with that position?
Outstanding. The guy works hard. He's here early in the morning. He has a great attitude. Those guys have taken to him. He's coaching style with Coach Greg. Coach Greg was a great coach. Coach Davis. But you know what, T-Ball, I think the big thing is they're healthy.
Yeah, that's fair.
It was the first time you played offensive line. Y'all got to work together. And one thing I was impressed with, and I know you saw it on film, is that pull. The counters and the wind came out of their hips, and they struck blocks. Those guys are accountable for doing a great job of being physical and knocking people off the ball.
Yeah, Chase and Hines, you nailed it. I mean, coming out your hips, him and Ed Ingram last game, just rooting guys out there on the edge. So on the tougher side of this game, film coach, is probably what Monday was like for Max, right? I mean, that's a position that has the most pressure on it always, and we all know how it is when you don't have your best game. Film's always tough. I think it's especially tough with that album. Just everything that happened. I'm saying, how did Max handle that film review on Monday?
It was fine. We just like everybody else. And we put out the things we did well and the things that we must and will improve. And it was obvious when we saw the film. Now, he did make some damn good plays, and he was under a lot of pressure. And Max is, I believe, is going to be a great quarterback here at LSU. You got to get rid of the ball quicker. You got to get his reads quicker. We got to do a better job of coaching him and putting him in a better position. But you know what? We're all going to open it up. Garrett doesn't want a red shirt. He wants to play. I'll play both of them this week and see where it takes us.
Yeah, so, Coach, help me out here. Was I correct in hearing this and reading this yesterday? So is the plan as it stands now to split reps during the week and then Max start and Garrett come in, or has the start for Saturday not been decided yet?
No. We're gonna start Max. We're gonna split reps during the week, and we've been split reps, but we'll split them just a little bit more equal now.
Mm-hmm.
And got a game going, but I am gonna put Garrett in pass. And I don't know how long it'll take. Hey, Max may be on fire. I told Garrett, if he's on fire, I'm not taking him out.
Mm-hmm.
But if things are going, just here and there, I'm going to give Garrett a shot, and let's see who wins.
Coach, and that's going to take place at Tiger Stadium, 3 games in a row to end the season at Tiger Stadium. How excited are you to be home for the rest of the year?
I'm excited about it. I love the Tiger Walk. I love my 3 last games at Tiger Stadium. Our team's going to be fired up. Bob and Jake, we want to go to a bowl. We want to get out, go to a bowl. I want the best for these young men. They deserve it.
Hey, Coach, one thing I did want to ask you, I mean, you look up in that game last week, and certainly there's some players on the defensive side of the football that we have not seen a lot of this year because of injuries. Is this a week where you feel like maybe you can get some guys back, or are you going to roll kind of with the same guys out there?
Yeah, we're going to get Cordell Flott back. We get him back, and then well, it's good to have Jay Warren out there. I thought he did very well. Another guy that played well is Sony Bundle.
Yes.
I mean,
rocking the 53, Coach. Finally, it's been too many years since the 53's been out there.
Yeah, you had your eyes on him the whole game.
The whole time. It's impossible to miss the best number in the game. Yeah, but no, Sony, I mean, he stepped up in a huge way.
Yes, he did. But you know what? That's about all we got, coming back. I think that some guys are stepping up. I was pleased to see the player Mike Jones.
Yes.
I thought Mike played well. We blitzed him, and that's another thing, we put in some zero blitzes. We put in some different stuff, and they worked very good, so we're going to have to keep it in our package. Michael Baskerville, he was on crutches all week and played, so
wow.
Our guys are getting their all, man.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even know that about Micah. You couldn't tell from the film.
No.
You mentioned the blitzing, Coach, and let's talk about that for a second, because you're right, it did work out well, and it's something that this late in the game, too, can be useful because there's not a ton of, tendency film or anything else like that out there on it. And also, I felt that, the actual technique of Mike Jones while blitzing, it felt like he really took to that. I mean, that dip move that he pulled coming off a Neil Farrell. So you think that's something that you'll see going forward for these final 3 games?
For sure, we have to do it. We have to do it now. Arkansas is going to be ready for it. Alabama didn't see it, so I'm not saying they weren't ready for it, but I think it was a surprise that we did it.
Yeah.
And we based everything out of a 3-4 for most of the game and did some zero blitzing. So Arkansas is going to be ready for it. We have to change some things up. We can't give them the same thing, so they're going to be ready for it.
Coach, looking forward to that Arkansas game. What have you seen so far from them on film? I mean, I know we kind of know their identity, tough physical football team on the defense side of the football, got some physical linebackers. Look like a lot of the same things they did well a year ago.
I think Sam Pittman's doing a phenomenal job. Me and Coach Bagley were watching film this morning, watching the TV copies. One thing that stands out about Arkansas, they play hard.
Yeah.
They're competitive. They're defense, they're all the way around the ball. You know, he can give you a 3-4 look, an okay look, drop 8, send them. He is very, very great, a great coordinator. And Coach Pittman's one of the best offensive linemen in the history of football. And they know how to run that football. That quarterback big, man, he's 6'3", 245, so you have to pack out lunch when we go get him good.
Yeah, he's definitely got a little bit of TJ Finley in him for sure. Coach O, thank you so much, man, and best of luck this weekend, man, taking down the Hogs.
Thank you, guys. Go Tigers.
Yes, sir. Coach Ed Orgeron joins us every Tuesday, 7:30. It's kind of laying out. So, okay, so the plan confirmed, right? Max start, and then we'll get to our reactions to the O interview on the other side of this break. Hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. Subscribe, all that stuff. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.